Porsche 356A engine rebuild. Today we are going to put the case halves together. Been looking forward to this for a long time. Finally got all the parts in and we're gonna go ahead and assemble it. Got to make sure all the dowels are in, and then I'll put all the bearings in and we'll line this all up and get it ready. So let's get started. All right, so we got the crankshaft in, made sure all the dowels line up with the bearings. You don't want to crush your bearings. That's a bad day, especially since these bearings are 500 bucks. That would not be cool. Lined up the camshaft with the marks, and then I made sure it's on top dead center. Everything lines up. I made triple check to make sure that the case is all cleaned up and free of burrs and also some debris, because that'll mess you up. Everything is ready to go. I do not want to forget to put this cap in, and I'll put my sealant all around. I use this Loctite 515. It's a flexible gasket maker. It only activates when it's under pressure. So when you start to torque it down, that's when it starts hardening. So if it's not super hot outside, you could leave it on for a couple hours and you're fine. There's no time rush to get this case together, which always makes it nice, not stressful. So that's what I use for the sealant. I'm trying this stuff out. It's an assembly lube for the valves. I have some break-in camshaft lube that I normally use. I'm gonna try this stuff out, and they look good. So I did that on both sides, and then I will smear some of that on the camshaft. So we'll be good there. Just put a nice little bead around it, and then I'll flatten it out. You don't want too much of this. This stuff is dissolvable, which is nice, so it won't clog in your oil ports. That's important. Put this guy in. Make sure it's up and around. I'll put some more sealant on top of that. We'll just do this all the way around, kind of get it nice and just like that. Got that all ready to be put back together. I'm racking my brain just to make sure I got everything. Last thing you want to do is split this thing back open. So, been there, so making sure I got everything. Got all this, got all my hardware out. I got some new hardware for the small guys around. And then the torque spec for the through bolts, or through nuts, 29 foot-pounds. And then the little guys are 18. So we'll remember that. Got my torque wrench out. All right, let's get to it. All right. Before I do that, I need to lube this just a little bit. Also put on some of this stuff. I've used this stuff a little bit, but I'm gonna try it on this one. Do a quick rotation on it. This stuff's nice and gooey. Won't have to worry about this falling off. All right. That. Make sure these stay up. They're pretty tight, so they're good there. All right. Make sure the bearings are in there the right way. Okay, let's do it. Go right on top. see, let me pick this up. There we go. All right, we are together. On these, I believe they're the same as the 36 on the VW. You have two right here. The later Volkswagen, they put two right here, two bolts. But on this engine, you gotta do it underneath the flywheel. So we got that. Now on the Porsche, this stud right here is actually a bolt. Didn't know that the first time I tore it apart, so it fell out. So we'll have to line this up. There we go. Just like that. It's kind of a pain. You have to put a wrench on the other side, but it's not too bad. All right, we'll torque this down, make sure it spins, and then we'll move to the outside. And we are going to 29 foot-pounds on this guy. I like to start in the middle. I won't torque it all the way down. I like to just slowly go down, make sure it's all snugging together. Looks like it is. Go over here. Okay. I like the aluminum case over the magnesium. These are they hold up a lot better. Okay, I gotta hold that one. That one's... Now that we got it torqued down, we're gonna see if it'll turn over. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The gear, before I did all this, I made sure that this gear had no play. This is a new camshaft gear, which is actually a 36 horse, same gear. Story is that Porsche ordered the camshaft gears from Volkswagen. So that's kind of a fun fact. But there is zero lash, which is perfect. I like to go through once. I like to do a couple times, just to make sure there's no upset. Everything turns over wonderful. Man, I'm really happy with that. So, all right, now that that is torqued down, we're gonna be torquing all these guys down, and we'll try it again. Don't forget that one right there. Volkswagen only has a few of these that are actual through bolts, but on the Porsche, they all are. This is interesting to me. Hold on. Okay, go to the back side. Now this is kind of a hard angle to get to. I was kind of surprised. So I got this swivel. All right, so we got it all together. Still turns over beautifully. That's what you want. Now, from here, I will put the nose cone on, and I'll put all this stuff on. At the moment, I'm waiting for parts to give to the machine shop for my heads. Once they get the heads done, this thing is gonna be so close to be put back together. I got the pistons in today. I'm gonna put out another video on those, so be sure to check that out. And once I get those all put together, it's gonna be really close. I'm waiting on a few parts, oil cooler. Besides that, this thing is that close to being put together. I'm looking forward to that. So be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Appreciate you tagging along. So we'll see you next time.